these 2 ears. These 2 ears, I'm going to fold it into 4 and leave 2 inches for zip on the back of the skirt. So I fold into 2, this into 2. Folding it into 2 will give me 1 yard, but altogether is 2 yards. So I fold it into 2. I'm going to fold again to make into 4. So folding it into 4, I'm going to leave 2 inches. The allowance for zip, 2 inches for zip on the back of the skirt. This is the back, this is the front. So folding my material into 4 like this. So I'm going to mark for zip on the back here 2 inches. After folding it into 4. So I'm going to mark, measure the waist. Waist is 30 inches. So 30 inches divided by 4 will give me 7.5 inches. And I'm going to add that on the waist and for sewing. So this is 7.5 for the measurement of the waist. Then I'm going to add 2.5 inches for that and for sewing it in. That is the allowance of sewing. So I mark this very place. So I'm going to place my tape here, the waist here. Place my tape here, measure the hip. I'm going to measure hip 9 inches because I'm going to add waistband. Then I leave it 9 inches. Depending on the person you are sewing it for. The hip is 40 inches. 40 divided by 4 will give me 10 inches plus sewing allowance. So I'm going to leave it 12 inches altogether. The rim measurement and for sewing 12 inches. 2 extra inches for sewing. So I mark like this. This is the waist. I mark curve. So half length is 19 inches. This is my 19 inches where I'm going to curve like a A shape. So from the waist here, the waist to down here is 19 inches. As I've said before, depend on the person you are sewing it for, depend on your size. So the round, I'm going to leave it 38 inches. 38 inches, I'm going to add 2 inches extra. Then I mark. After marking, this is my 19 inches. Then I'm going to mark. The full length is 41 inches. So I'm going to leave it for, I'm going to add half or 1 inch for hemming of the bottom. So this is my 42 inches. Measure this 16 inches. 16 into 4 places, then you calculate. Like this. Make sure it's straight. So I'm going to remove just half inch from the bottom here, the last place here, so that it doesn't point, to give me the curve shape on the side. This is the side of the skirt. This is the front and this is the back. So I'm going As you can see, I cut the downside where I'm going to sew the mini flared on the both sides. I'm going to be sewing 3 pieces on it. I'm going to measure 4.5 inches. I'm going to measure 4.5 inches. I'm not going to cut this side, but I'm going to cut the down side. That is where I'm going to add my mini flayed on 3 pieces. So I measure 4.5 inches from waist down here where my tape is 19 inches. So from here down, I'm going to cut and sew my mini flayed on it. So after cutting, this is how it will look like this. I'm going to sew my mini flayed. This very place down is 24.5 inches. So I'm going to cut the mini flayed. I'm going to cut it at once. Later I will share it into 3 places. So the one I measure now is 1 yard and 23 inches. I measure 1 yard and 23 inches, fold into 2 like this. I'm going to fold again to give me a triangle shape like this. I'm going to cut it once, and after cutting it, I'm going to share the flare into 3 parts. So I place my tape on the tip like this, measure 25. After finish cutting, I'm going to share this flare into 3. I'm going to cut it into 3 places. Arrange so I can cut it into 3 parts. Because I'm going to sew the 3 pieces on the back of the skirt. Like this. So this is number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm going to cut the band. The waist is 30 inches, but I'm going to cut the band 36 inches, and the wideness is 4 inches. So I'm going to start to sew. This is the front. I'm going to open like this. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. So like this, I'm going to place my lining on top. I'm going to sew on the side like this, sew on the side and hem the bottom. After sewing, I'm going to bring it out on the right side. So I finished sewing and I hem the lining. I'm going to bring it out like this. This is the 2 sides I sewed, this side, and I'm also going to do the same to the back side. When I'm done sewing, hem the bottom, then I add that. I'm going to add that after I finish ironing the 2 sides, these 2 sides. So I'm going to add that. Remember, it was 4 inches from the middle, so I'm going to sew, measure from here 4 inches from waist here down, 4 inches, also with the back. When I'm done doing that, sewing the lining with the back, I'm going to sew the flare on it. This is where I'm going to fix my zip. So you can see I sew the lining the same with the main material. So I'm going to bring it out like this. So this is the second one. I'm going to sew, leave 7 to 8 inches, 6, 7, 8 inches for the zip. Open, then sew here down to this place. Then I'm going to sew the mini flare here. This is the back where the zip is in the back. So I'm going to iron now. Yes, I'm going to iron. After finish ironing and that, I'm going to sew, leave 6 to 7, 8 inches for zip. Then I sew from there down to the hand here. So after sewing, this is where I'm going to sew my zip on. So this is how it looks like. Okay, you can see all the pieces now. This is the middle of the zip side. So I can decide to sew the 3 flares on it before I join the front and the back and sew my zip, or I can finish everything before sewing this one. So I'm going to show you example for one to sew on it. Then after that, I'm going to join the side, fix my zip, and finish off with the remaining 2 and hem the bottom before I sew my band. So let me sew one and show you. This is where I sew this place. You can see it. So it remains this side and this side. So I'm going to place, the 2 fronts should be together. This is the back, this is the back, this is the front. So I'm going to sew like this. One that is remaining should not be more than ½ inch from the mark. So place so I'm going to sew down to this point, then bring it this way like this and sew. Be very careful with this point. This point is very tricky when sewing it, so be very careful. So after sewing, it will now look like this. After you finish sewing, so this is the point. As you can see, if you place it well and sew, I'm going to do it to the other side. After finish sewing, I'm going to join the side. I'll measure the waist, the hip. The half length was 19 inches, and then I will measure the half length. So sew all the way down. After doing that, I will hem the bottom then before I fix my band. So when I finish fixing my band, that is after fixing my zip, then I will sew the band on the waist. After that, so this is the 3 pieces I sewed on the back, and the zip I finish fixing zip. This is the back and this is the front. So I'm going to sew the band on it and sew the bottom. So let me show you how to place the band on the waist. So you can add iron gum stay on. So I place my band on the waist like this, leaving 2 inches. This is my 2 inches. I'm not going to sew the 2 inches with it. I leave the 2 inches out. So where I'm going to sew my button on. So I place it like this and sew. So after I finish sewing, I'm going to show you. So I finished sewing. This is my 2 inches I left, and I'm going to sew 1/2 inch just like this, bringing it out like this. So bring the right side out. Then I'm going to stitch. If you are good in stitching from the back, fine, but I prefer sewing from the front side. So this is it. This is my 2 inches. Going to sew button in, buttonhole. So this is how it will look like. So I'm done sewing. I'm going to give it a light ironing. So I finished hemming the bottom. The waist is 30, the hip is 40, the half length where I measure 19 inches is 38 inches. So she can be able to walk. This is the finished look. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any question, in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and share. If you are new, you are welcome. Please subscribe. Thank you once again. Until next time. Bye.